All right, here we go. Show number 2 this week, the Big Shot Bob Pod. B-Dog Brandon Harper. I'm Rob Jenners. That is 7-time NBA champion Robert Horry, whose face I got to see a lot this week. Did you watch the Tubi special that you and I were both part of?
Oh, I've been traveling, man, so I hadn't had
I guess that's true. Yeah, you've had a lot going on, but
yeah.
I
gotta watch it now. I'm glad you reminded me. Yes.
Your face is all over it. Rob and I did something over the summer. We both did some interviews for a show called Gone Before His Time about Kobe. We just passed the 4-year anniversary mark last Friday of a week ago, losing Kobe. And Rob and I both got to be part of this really cool special. A lot of great people part of this too, man. It was great to see Lamar Odom come in and have a part in that. Our friend Mark Medina, who's been on this show, L. Duncan, Joy Taylor, just so many really cool, dope people just telling their Kobe stories. And
who's that last one?
Joy Taylor.
Oh.
From Fox Sports.
Yeah, okay.
Jason's sister, and she used to be with Colin Cowherd. She's got her own thing going now, but just a lot of cool people, man. A lot of cool people, and an interesting show. If you want to watch it, it's on Tubi. It is free. With the Lakers Daily put out this article around the time of Kobe's passing, with the 4-year anniversary, and it said 5 things that Kobe taught us about life in basketball. I thought they were kind of interesting, so I wanted to share them. Number 1 was you don't need to change teams to win.
Is that a knock at me?
No.
I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding.
I don't think that was a personal shot directed at you. I don't know the folks who write Lakers Daily, but I don't. But I think the point being, I mean, even I think what's the knock on the player that arguably one of the best guys playing now, Kevin Durant, was you don't stay put. You move. So when you look back at it, you go, yeah, you know what? Kobe's one of those rare exceptions of a guy that said, no, I'm going to stay right where I am. I'm going to win.
I got kicked out most of the time, so it wasn't me moving on my own. I got kicked out.
Here's the thing. I do think it depends on the player, because here's one of the knocks against Kevin Durant. Because of how great he is, like he's one of the all-time greats. I think he just got into the top 10 in scoring not too long ago.
Yeah.
With hitting 28,000 points, and he's going to continue to climb. When you're the guy on all of your teams and you move the way that you do, it has people look at it like, hey, are you one of the guys that can be the leader of a team? Like we see LeBron, he's the leader everywhere he goes. He's the difference maker everywhere he goes. And as much as KD cries about not being mentioned in certain things, well, it's like, bro, you can't want all the praise and accolades and everything like that. But every time it's time for you to step up and be the difference maker, I want to skate somewhere else. Now, you got that right, but you're going to be compared to the other greats. You know what I'm saying? And
exactly.
You got to take some accountability and responsibility on that other end, that you keep moving like you're not supposed to be the guy that gets this team over the hump. You're not just some average player.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other guys that have managed to win without having to move around a lot. I think of like Tim Duncan.
Tim
Jordan.
Duncan. Yeah.
Duncan's whole career was at Dirk was a good one.
How many championships did Dirk win?
They only won the one, right? Yeah, just the one.
He doesn't fall in that category.
No, I'm talking about didn't have to move.
To win. They said to win.
Well, didn't
he
move
won games,
and won.
but he didn't win.
Well, he got a title.
One title doesn't count, man. It's like one title doesn't count. You get to have multiple titles.
You want to get Dominique Wilkins back on the show and have a conversation about one title don't count?
Tell that to Barkley.
Dominique looked you in the eye last week and said, I would trade a lot of this for one.
Barkley wins don't count either. Patrick
No,
Ewing
but I'm
wins
talking
don't
about
count.
No, but tell those guys who are all-time greats who never even won one.
Yeah, but that's why you don't need to change teams. All those guys change. Dominique changed. He got he
got moved, but look at Karl Malone. Carl spent all those years in Utah. They couldn't get the job done, and he went to L.A. to try and get a ring.
Yeah, and because they got rid of me, he didn't get one.
Right. Robert Horry's fault. Blame Robert Horry. I love it. Lesson number 2 was it doesn't matter where you're drafted.
Oh, it does.
Basically, you don't have to be a top pick to be a difference maker.
He was drafted in Charlotte. If he didn't get traded to the LA, like he wouldn't have.
That might have been a different conversation.
Yeah.
It does matter where you draft. I don't care whoever came up with that. It makes a big freaking difference in where you drafted. And I'm not talking about what like 1, 2, 3, or 4. It matters what team you're on.
Right.
You know. So.
Yeah. The third thing on their list of things Kobe taught us about life in basketball. Failure only exists if you say it does.
Okay, we need to stop. Okay, it sounds good, but no. Failure is a part of life. And
of course it is.
No, but I don't know what is he saying that if that's something that you just want to continue to believe and attach yourself to, that's what's always going to happen? Or it's only failure if you can?
I think it's more about how you look at failure.
Yeah. I think
you know what I mean? Like every failure is a lesson.
Yeah, it's only failure if you let failure make you less of a person. But if you use that failure and make yourself better, it's then.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like a semantics issue too, because it's like to fail doesn't mean you're a failure. It's okay to fail. You fail all day. Make mistakes, you learn from them. A failure is someone who embraces the fact that, nope, I can't do this.
Right.
And he never did. And all his setbacks. And I think that was what they were going for. Number 4, and Kobe said this a million times. I've heard him say it. Hard work outweighs talent every time. And while I think it's not completely true, there is absolutely a truth to that.
Yes, it is a truth.
And I think it's probably not. It's probably in the way he worded it, because I've heard it worded different.
Mm-hmm.
Where
hard work beats talent
when talent fails to work hard. And that's true. You can be as talented as you want, but if you don't bust your ass, someone's going to run you down.
And see, that applies to Kobe 100%. He had all the fucking talent in the world, but he even worked hard at what he wasn't talented at to make that a part of his talent. Because I played with a lot of great players, and I've seen them not work on their shortcomings. And I don't call nobody names out, but they would not work on that. I'm like, I would like that. Yo, dude, we working on that? No, dude, I'm not good at that. Well, that's why you need to fucking work on it. You could literally tell Kobe he wasn't good at something. That dude would be in the gym the next day working on it. And so that's the difference in megastars, superstars, and then just people who are just on a whole nother planet like Kobe.
Well, that takes my question away, because I was just about to ask, do you know of any guy, to you personally, do you know of any guy who was able to scathe by just pretty much on talent alone and was able to have a really, really, really great career?
Hold on. Shaq, hey, man, Rob's going to call you back. Sorry, had to take that call. Sorry.
Hey, but, and it's, and then you got a lot of guys that are talented, can be in the gym 24/7, working on the game, and they just peak. They can't get any further. And that's why they are just good players or great players. And then, like I said, we got guys like Kobe that can just push it to the next level each and every time, Because you think about the NBA, I mean, I can only speak on the NBA. It's so many guys that work on their game. You can see a guy in the summertime in the weight room, on the court, but they just can't get past it can't get past. It's like when the lights turn on, they can't make a fucking shot, or they get beat defensively. It's just not in the DNA.
Right.
Yeah. And that plays to the fifth thing, which was the Mamba mentality, which is always be trying to achieve the best version of yourself, whatever that is. Yeah, that was kind of Kobe's Mamba mentality thing.
Yeah, that's been a mentality amongst everybody growing up. You that's what you tell the kids. How many times have you told your child to just be the best version of you, go out and have fun, and enjoy the moment? It's just one of those things that you have to live by. It's a creed.
Now, I agree with all of this, but let me just throw a little something in here. I love the Mamba mentality. And this is no indictment against Kobe and that mentality there. But I be seeing a lot of folks want to take and apply the Mamba mentality to any of their. And I'm like, well, wait a minute.
To what?
To
like auto sales?
Yeah.
It's just like, it's not even what they're applying it to. It's like, I'm like, you ain't never approached nothing in your life with the standpoint of what is it? What they say the Mamba mentality is?
Oh, the consistently trying to be the best version of yourself.
And I know life is about growth.
Bro, you sell vacuum cleaners. Let's
No, but it's not even that. You can apply the Mamba mentality to that, but I'm just talking about just in life in general. Like people just do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again, and then expecting different results. And I'm like, well, this is the year, 2024 Mamba mentality. I said, you said that in 2021. You said that in 2015.
You do nothing
different. The fact that he put Mamba mentality on it is going to make it better.
Yeah. That's what Kobe did. I am Kobe.
Kobe stayed the same throughout his entire career. He never grew. He never got better. He just
same number, everything. Yeah,
same haircut,
the whole move, man, the whole way. We brought up Kevin Durant earlier. I thought this was pretty interesting. So he made his return to Brooklyn, and I don't know if they did it or not, but somebody came out on Twitter and was like,
"I saw this. Yeah,
they're going to give Kevin Durant a tribute video, aren't they, in Brooklyn?" And KD goes, "Don't. Just don't." He goes, "The night would be better without it." I think his exact quote here was, "I don't feel like I stayed there long enough. I didn't put in enough work. I didn't leave a lasting impact." That was Durant. That's what he said. So he didn't want the tribute video, and I think he's right.
Yeah, he's right.
I think if he went back to OKC and you rolled out a tribute video, okay, because I mean that's kind of where he made his bones. I get that. I don't think he gets one in Golden State.
I think he gets one in Golden State.
Okay, you want a title, but. He wasn't there very long.
How long was he there? 4 years?
3?
4 years?
Was it 4?
But he won 2 titles.
Does LeBron get one in Miami?
Yes.
For 2 titles in 4 years? It's the same thing, isn't it?
He got one. Didn't they give him one when he went back?
Did they roll him out a tribute video when he went back to Miami? I don't remember that.
I'm going to be honest with you. LeBron is getting a tribute video.
If he was there for 4.5 minutes. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe if he just played in the arena.
Yeah. He signed a 10-day and he got a tribute video.
I got a tribute video once when I came back to the Lakers.
Did you?
You should have.
Yeah, I did. And they presented me with a jersey too. I was like, what the hell? So I was,
You're a pivotal part of Laker history is NBA history.
I didn't get one when I went back to the Rockets.
Well,
they didn't have video back then.
Yeah, but here's
you don't want to see the Suns tribute videos. All I'm saying.
They did give me one. They did give me one. It was
crap. They gave you a tribute video.
They had the mascot. What is it? The whatever. I don't know.
Whatever the hell that mascot is. Yeah.
So it was like taking out. Yeah, it was like taking my name off the locker, and they lift up the thing, and it had like a bunch of towels in it. It was kind of funny. Someone
it was like a bit.
Yeah, it was a bit. It was a bit. So it was funny. But hey, they never won a championship on my watch.
That's true. It's true. Only place you ever went, didn't win a title.
Yeah.
A question from Big Chris on Twitter. I had to reframe his question. I love this guy. He's a regular contributor. He goes, would you rather have 6 titles in 8 years like the Bulls, which was back-to-back three-peats, or would you rather? I'm trying to like, or would you rather have?
I thought you said you reframed it.
I did, but I'm trying to. I didn't do a good job reframing.
Hey, now that I look at it, I'm like, no, I didn't do that right.
Or one championship sometime during a decade for 6 decades. Was his question, and I'm like, so you played for 60 years in the NBA?
That's not even a real.
Are you Vince Carter? So I think the way I reframed it was, would you rather win a bunch of titles on one team or win a title for every team you played for if you played for multiple teams? That's how I reframed that question.
Ooh, you changed it dramatically.
Yeah.
Well, because the other one, I mean, God bless him, I love the kid. Didn't make sense. You can't win a title every decade for 6 decades. You're not going to play for 60 years. That's not.
Right.
Yeah. So would you rather win a bunch of titles for the same team or win a title everywhere you play if you play for multiple teams?
That's a difficult question. Because for me, is 3 a bunch of titles? Is 2 a bunch? Or 2 is a couple, right? 3 would be a bunch.
3 is a few.
But my whole point is, would you rather be loved in one city or loved in 2 to 3 cities?
Right. So would you rather win 3 titles with one team or 1 title with 3 different teams?
I think I like the way I did
it. Win more than 1 everywhere you play. Yeah, that tends to work. Yeah,
I like that because, even though it's been what, 40 years since we won a title in Houston, I'm still liked in Houston. It's been like what, 30 years.
30 years.
I won a title in LA. Yeah. I still loved in LA. So
I think it. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it would depend on what city I'm in that I won. Like if I won 3 in one city, what city am I in? What team am I playing for? If I'm playing for the Lakers, give me the Lakers all day just because of they're the Lakers and they're going to love you. It's about winning titles in Laker land. So they're going to love you like Rob. They're going to love you forever. Like it's different when you do it in a Laker jersey. It's different when you do it in a Celtic jersey. You know, I think it's different from city to city. But at the same time, if I win one with the Lakers, go to Boston and win one, and then go let's say I came down to Atlanta and won one, bro.
But I think for me, it's different because you think about the title I won in Houston. Houston, think about it. This is one of the largest cities in the country.
True.
They've had major sports franchises, and this was the first time ever a major sports franchise has won a title. Right. And we won it back to back. We went from Clutch City to whatever. We got all these names, and I don't think Houston's winning a title anytime soon. And so they love those titles because we were the first to do it for that city.
They mean a lot.
Yeah, it mean a lot. And so, like, if you let's say you go to Portland. Portland won a championship back in the day. Now, if you win one in Portland, it's not like their first, and you go on for decades and stuff. It's a different thing when you can be the first to do it, and then you move on. They still gonna love you. Like in Portland. Oh yeah, you won a championship. So did Bill Walton. So. Yeah. Right. You see what I'm trying to get at?
But I'll take one in different cities because then the winning follows you as a player. You know what I mean? It's like, wherever he goes, he wins.
Yeah. Right. But I think you have to win multiple legacy. Though. Yeah. Because this is no disrespect to Danny Green. Nobody's saying like, oh, Danny Green is, this, and this. Nobody's saying that with me either. It's just like guys are like saying, okay, multiple champ, but they always gonna have a little asterisk on the side. Like me, John Sally, like, oh, he played with Michael Jordan. Oh, he played with Shaq and Kobe. Oh, he played with Tim and Manu. So you have these asterisks not knowing that the motherfuckers needed me.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to get personal with it, but yes.
I think and you're right. I think either way is pretty dope. I just know, like, if you're winning it with one franchise, like you said, Houston being one of the biggest cities, and winning there because of the size of the city and the size of the market, it means something different. Because even though if you win one in Portland, you could go back to Portland and be beloved and things like that. But there are certain cities that it matters just kind of like league-wide. LA, Boston, Miami, where those things that are happening in those cities are not just that city news. It's league news. Yeah. So when I win in LA, because that's what we're used to, I'm beloved around or hated around the entire league because of the city, because of what that city is and what it means to the league.
Yeah, I
think the hate part is you're going to be hated like in your rival city. Like people in Sacramento hate me, but people in Boston don't hate me, and so
really?
Because I was just there for the Houston Boston team and Christian played up there, and I was shocked that the Boston fans were like, "Hey, Rory, hey, congratulations, man, you're a true winner!" Like. I think they respect people who do it the right way and aren't controversial. So I think that was one of the things. Like I think true fans respect people who go out and play hard and do it the right way.
That is surprising, though. Boston fans usually aren't that welcoming there.
Yeah. I know. I was shocked as hell. Yeah. Hey, they were so freaking nice there. I was like, damn, this arena is nice. The people are nice.
Clearly, they don't listen to all the shit we've talked about Boston on the podcast. Because oh my god.
That's B. That's B dog talking about Boston.
Here's a buck. Here, pass that right.
Oh yeah, look, I'm not the only. I can rally up a bunch of people who who agree with me when it comes to the city of Boston and its sports teams.
But you know what's weird though? I think a lot of people they forget that I didn't play in that Kobe era where they played the Celtics and that rivalry was reborn. So I didn't. I was before that. So.
Okay.
So people, I think they had a lot to do it too, because I was in that era where we beat Boston. They were probably like, "Fuck you, Robert Horry!"
Oh, you son of a bitch, Robert Horry! Come back to Boston. Come back to Boston. Come back to Boston. We didn't mention on the Tuesday show or on the Wednesday show, the Tuesday show. We're late this week. On the Wednesday show, Snoop Dogg on All the Smoke was awesome. If you haven't watched Snoop Dogg's All the Smoke episode, he gave his top 5 players in the league right now. Jokic, Ja Morant, Shea, Embiid, and Ant-Man. It's a pretty good top 5. No Lakers in there. And he goes, no disrespect, y'all coming off the bench because LeBron's old. So no, LeBron ain't in there. He's not in his top 5 current players. Even though, talk about guys that bleed Laker yellow.
I know it, right?
Oh my God, man.
I thought at least put AD in there. Mm-hmm.
Well,
no AD, no LeBron. Nope.
He's frustrated right now.
Yeah.
He's trying to get Clipper Darryl over to become a Laker Darryl, and I'm like, dude, that ship sailed a long time ago, man.
Yeah.
You have to replace that man's whole wardrobe.
And the Clippers are the team that's on the high right now. They're sitting in 4th.
They're up. Yeah, they're up.
They're the hottest team in basketball right now.
They're up.
Yeah.
They're up. All right, a couple questions. We'll wrap up shoot around. Question from Anthony. What moves would you like to see the Lakers make by the deadline? Are we getting Dejounte or not? That's Anthony's question. So he wants to know from Robert Ori Palenka, are we getting Dejounte Murray in an LA uniform?
I don't think they're getting Dejounte. I don't think the Lakers are going to get anybody because, first of all, they want everybody who's the Lakers. Their time to win is right now. So, am I going to sell high or low? I'm going to definitely sell high. And the Lakers don't have anything that's high enough outside of Austin Reeves, and they're not going to give up Austin Reeves and our picks, and they're just not going to do that.
Okay.
So,
do you think they get anybody?
No, I don't think they'll get anybody. The only person they might get is maybe Kyle Lowry, who's just just because they
can sign him, right?
Yeah, they could sign him.
Yeah, a guy.
I've seen that a bunch.
Yeah. The funny part, they think about bringing back Dennis Schroeder. I'm like, it's like the Lakers are. I don't understand. They let a guy go, they bring a guy back, then they bring him back again. I'm like, what are you doing? So it's just. Yeah. Well, I was talking about this has been a third.
I know,
stint,
but D'Lo's been in out. Yeah.
But, so I don't understand, but for me, and I say this and say this again, the one person that I would want to have on the Lakers, I think would make a difference, is DeMar DeRozan. And a lot of people don't like DeMar, but I think at the end of the day, DeMar is a LA kid. He's always wanted to play for LA. And that has a lot to do. And you can't throw this in any analytical script or what I figured what you have in here can't be, analyzed. And what you have up here, and I think he would bring a nastiness to this team, a desire to, get in their ass, like, I want my first title and I want to be in my home city. It can bring a different energy to the team. And I think that gets overlooked a lot by GMs. The fire one person can bring and it can spread. And I hate to use the word fire in a place that, we got a lot of fucking fires and shit, but I have to use that word. Yeah.
No, they need it though. That's the kind of fire, they need somebody to light a match under.
Yeah. And plus you can't bring in someone like, this is no disrespect. I know I've been using this word a lot. Dejounte just he doesn't have enough years under his belt for him to inspire LeBron, to inspire AD. But I think DeMar could inspire, oh yeah, dog, you don't have a title.
Well, does it require years under your belt to light a fire? Like, can't you just go out there and play your ass off, and then all of a sudden everybody's like, "Oh,
that can only last for so long when you're that old, and because you need someone who has think about Toronto when they got Kawhi. Even though they had the same team, it's like they got rid of the old voice and brought in a new voice. It's the same team, but it brought a different type of fire, because you can't tell me Kawhi at the time, and they were pretty much the same players at the time. Kawhi might have been a little bit better defensively, but I think it was just it was the timing. It was the timing. And I think this would be perfect for DeMar.
Okay.
Too many D's around here.
But I do think DeJounte's attitude and his willing to go out there when the ball is rolled out, to go out there and give it his all every single night, and the energy that he brings, especially on the perimeter. They talk about a lot of the perimeter players that the Lakers have to see pretty much every single night, and being able to have a guy who, is top 5 in the league in steals over the last so many years, and not afraid to play defense, not afraid to do whatever he needs to do for his team, and plays with that level of I'm not scared type of energy, regardless of how long he's played in the league. That's what people around the league know him for. That's what I've seen here in Atlanta, regardless of what the Hawks' record is. Dejounte gonna come to play. And he has that attitude of, I don't care who I'm in front of, I'm going to give him my all every single night. I ain't scared of nobody. And so I think that's something that the Lakers need, especially along the perimeter. That's a level of toughness that I think they just don't have.
And so you just described DeMar DeRozan.
I'm not saying DeMar ain't it, but I'm
he
saying
can fit. Yeah.
But you know, the flip side of that, but it's the longevity too. You can get like 8 more years out of Murray, and then you're gonna get maybe 3 to 4 years out of him. But hey, you only gonna get 3 to 4 out of LeBron too. True. So, but I know, but they try to pair that with AD later. I understand what they're trying to do, but I'm like this. I want to win now. I want to win now, and then we figure everything else out the next year, like they always do. They win a championship, they get rid of everybody. Or we change the team again. We change the team again. So, win now.
Okay.
Talk about it later.
Last question from Terry. My wife makes fun of me because I'm deathly afraid of clowns. Is there anything you're deathly afraid of that people make fun of you for?
Private planes.
Private planes. You're
I
deathly afraid.
I would not get on a private plane. I remember one time me and Shaq was somewhere and we both were trying to get back to Houston. And he's like, come on, Rob, I got this plane. I'm like, oh, hell no. He made me get on the plane the whole time. I was white knuckling all the way to Houston. I can't do private planes. I am so scared of private planes. It all started on my visit to Georgia Tech in high school because we were on our way to Georgia Tech and the plane dropped and I hit the top and I put my seatbelt back on and I've been scared ever since. And then when Payne Stewart that passed away in his plane, it multiplied. I know everybody said, well, you fly private when you do on NBA teams. Yeah, but it's a commercial sized plane.
It's a big ass
plane. I'm
very
comfortable on a commercial sized plane.
Yeah.
I cannot do private planes.
Okay.
And my wife gets mad at me because we have some friends like, oh, let's go here on the private plane. Nope, not going. I'll meet y'all there. I'll buy my own ticket and meet you there.
I'll check my bag on Spirit, and I'll see you guys on the other side.
I've never been on Spirit.
That ain't a lot better.
Life.
I got news for you.
I've never been on Spirit.
And I will never be on Spirit. Sorry. If I got to do that, I might not go.
I've flown Spirit. It's every man for himself. It's like a scramble getting on, a scramble getting off. Yeah.
The only time I ever flown something that I was uncomfortable with was Alaska Airlines, and that's the only thing because I'm always so used to like United, Southwest, Delta, all those guys. And nobody's like Southwest, yes, Southwest, because I grew up in the South and it's easy to get on. And from here to Vegas, it's the best flight to do because it's right here in Burbank. This 30-minute flight. So
what's wrong with Alaska?
I had never flown it, so I was unfamiliar with it, so I was a little scared. But Alaska was fine. It was fine. I'm not saying
it's
that was
a commercial airline, though. It's
fine.
It'll be fine. Yeah. As long as you don't get on one
Spirit's
of those planes
commercial too, but you sit there talking bad about it.
Alaska Airlines was just the plane that had the door blow off the side of it midair. I mean, that was all over the news. So, like, you want to be afraid of that now? Yeah, sure.
Hey, and then people just sitting there like, look, there's a hole in the plane. Motherfucker, get this plane down now. Land this bitch on the freeway. I don't give a shit.
There's a dude on the wing mid-flight putting duct tape. He's like, it's fine. It's fine. Just tape it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, flying is still the safest way to travel.
It's scary, isn't it?
It's scary, but what's scary is we get in our
it's scary
vehicles
that it's the safest way to travel.
Well, yeah, because it don't take but one malfunction of something for that fear to enter. But we get in our vehicles every day and hit these interstates, and we drive by accidents all the time.
Yeah, with people on their phones and shit. I'm like, and girls and doing makeup, and men eating sandwiches and looking down when they wasted on their shirt. Like I was next to a guy the other day. He bit his sandwich and he would drive. He did this. Like,
while the car is going.
But of course he was in a Tesla, and he thought the Tesla was going to drive itself, though.
I had a lady doing a crossword in front of me one day.
Seriously?
Yeah. Stop dead on 75, trying to get to work, and she's just doing a crossword. And like she'd look up and she'd pull up a few feet and then just stop and keep doing her. Like, gotta love it. Gotta love people.
All right, well, I'm going to take this Christmas tree down now.
Oh my God, I can't believe your Christmas tree's up. That's
no,
hysterical.
dude. It's like.
I get that you haven't been home. It's so funny.
It's the weirdest things. Like every time we get ready to do it, we have freaking I had to go to we had to go to Boston. Then we got home. Then we had to go to freaking Houston. I've been to Houston twice, Austin twice. I'm like, fuck. And she's
Yeah.
like, oh, you're gonna get the top of this fucking tree because it's 10 foot. So
All right.
I told her the day we doing it because I got my boy's funeral this weekend. I gotta go to Austin again. I said
Oh.
Christian has a game today, but I said we got to do it today because I'm tired. We can't roll into the Black History Month
Oh no, with
tomorrow.
the Christmas tree
With
up?
the Christmas
no.
tree up.
No,
Yeah.
no, no, no,
But
no.
everything else is down. We've taken everything down. It's just this is like a 2 hour job because it's so fucking big and so heavy.
All
That I got
right.
to take it apart, 4 pieces, then put it in a fucking bag and then store it in the fucking back. I'm like, my brother be tired after be doing that, man.
Mm.
It's like
First
a
world
workout.
problems, man.
So did y'all have a real tree?
Oh no, I got a fake tree.
Okay.
I had a fake one.
Yeah,
Oh, see.
I've had a fake. We have one tree in the front room for like the window, and we have one in the living room, and they're both fake. And
How tall are they?
like 7 feet. They're not like crazy big.
Yeah, this one's fucking tall and heavy.
I had one put on like I had one of the small trees that you can kind of like put on a little table.
Mhm.
Yeah, there you go. The Charlie Brown tree with the one
Yeah,
ornament on the
man.
top, and
The one you do like this,
Yep.
comes out and
straight out the bag.
and
Bing,
the bulbs.
done.
I had one
Perfect.
of my really good friends. He takes his tree, wraps it in that's saran wrap, and stores it in his garage like that. So next year,
With all
he
the ornaments
pulls-
on it and everything.
yes, and he pulls it out and unwraps it, and like boom, here it is.
Oh, dude, that might be low level genius.
I know it, right?
That's like
But here's the
galaxy
thing
brain
is-
shit, man.